settings. Get ready to go. No one has joined. All cars are getting deleted. Right, we're now live. Hello, everybody. The start lights are about to go out. Everything's ready. Resi will go after the people in front of him. And with that, the 29 laps in Italy is go. Long hold. All the tunes are enabled, and there's a slow start from the shoulder at the back. The shoulder's car at the back. Carl is going to lead the way. Resi will go after the final car goes, as there's a big freeze frame there. He can go now. Everyone's going deep because we've got leniencies here. Pin is in the wall in turn one. So laps will be reset. There we go. And everything is reset. They've got a finite amount of corner cuts they can abuse, but as it stands, Lando has taken the lead. All the cars are equal as can be. So could we see a Lando taking the win here, possibly, from his P4 or 5 or whatever it was start where he started? Because it wasn't very good. Through the chicane they go. Drivers have been complaining about that the whole time. I am sorry there is no car audio, but we are trying our best. In the wall there goes one of the BMWs, the only one to be able to start this race. Both of them qualified, but some of them have had to back out due to reasons announced to me. Cross the line they go. Lando is leading from Afsik and Carl. So we'll see what can happen in the latter stages of this event. Carl cuts the inside slightly. Guerre goes very deep and off the track, and of course there's no grip out there, so he slides. Resi as well, he's dropped back from where I expected him to be with that pit start, albeit from him joining late. He did have a pit start there, so we'll see. Denvy already on 3 CCs. He missed the majority of the weekend, didn't practice. We do allow the drivers to practice in their own time because we just don't have time to host practice sessions because that would just take too much of a toll on me. Mainly also because I can't be asked to host them. But we're here with Lando leading. It was a very similar thing to last weekend. Afsik as well now has ideal pace here in the after the first few races due to that scripting issue. It seemed Carl was pretty adaptable to it. Now all the cars are it's as equal as I could physically make them without, rewriting the code line by line. Then they're all as equal as can be. So maybe this is the pecking order we'll see later on in the championship season, getting towards the top end of things. Also in the booth I have Bartek, who will not be speaking, but he is here. He's making notes and comments. There he is. There's the elusive pole. As you may know on this channel, he scored a brilliant P4 and got driver of the day in that race. So on the F125 division.
I did indeed.
There you go. So he's going to be celebrating that. But we have this lovely WEFC race. I do control the weather. Please do ignore that. That panel wasn't meant to be opened yet. It will be open later, though. Maybe. We'll see. I've not fully decided. Depends how bad the race gets. Lando, you need to be very close with that exit wall. It can come at you quite fast, and you can mess up your whole race from it if you do hit it. So, yeah, the drivers have the curb. If they really want to try and bail out of it, they can try and aim for the edge of the curb. But most of them aim for the edge of the black wall that sticks out there. The top three have just shot off into the lead. So I'm not quite sure as to how the rest of the field are faring, as Barrel and Guerre and several others are intertwined with their own positions here. Resi goes wide. Denvy involved in that fight as well. And Andres stopped in the first couple of corners. Hopefully we'll be able to continue under the green, which we will. Hopefully there'll be no safety cars here today because we don't really have a reason for it unless there's a disconnection, in which case we'll use the coveted virtual safety car, which I think a lot of you prefer more. Continuing through this meant to be chicane section, it's not actually as tight as the drivers would have hoped for, so they're taking it comfortably flat out. But we'll see what happens in the coming seasons, whether it changes up or not. But yeah, track limits being abused by everyone and all of them, just because they can. Now, as we can see, Guerre comfortably in P3, P4 there, so maybe we'll see a possible podium if something happens to one of the front runners ahead of him. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Not much to really comment on because the majority of the pack further back is having the brilliant battle here. See, the reserve Shoulders car, because Swayze has to fulfill other duties this weekend outside of our control, fighting here with Barrel. Qualified down in P9, so a really good impression on his debut. Not exactly what he would have hoped for. We've also got Finn here this weekend as a replacement driver, and maybe one or two others. I'm not fully sure who is and isn't a full-time, but we will discover who is eventually at some point in the future. Mr. Eric there fighting for the P5 position against Barrel, and I think that is Denvy there, so... Is it Denvy or is it Resi? It's Resi he's fighting for there, so... Cole comfortably sat in a P3rd. I don't think he's going to be able to dominate the weekend as much as he did. After all, he did start on pole, and that's a spin from the Shoulders car, much to the disappointment of the teammate Carl. Is that Pin? Yes, it is. Pin gets caught in the chicane. So, bit of a shame there, but we could see maybe things go his way later in the race if there is an eventual safety car. That could happen if there is one. You may notice there is a spectate guy that's just not moving. That is one of our spectators. Salo, welcome him. Also, I believe we're a temporary driver or whatever it is, a free agent, that's the word. Now, Resi versus Barrel with Guerre just in front of him. That is a really important fight on the track because team owner there, Guerre, Sparks Racing, are looking for a really good redemption into row racing here. They've been out for a few seasons, a few real-life years as well of a lull, but they are back in the game, and I believe they're going to be better than ever, judging by their driver lineup of Guerre, who is fast in of herself, and Resi here, Resi being a quite fast row racer. Last time he did race here in a championship related to this, though, he did have an unfortunate disconnect / retirement where he had to stuff it behind the wall, but we'll see. Pin now getting lapped by Lando here, so Pin will be in the blue flags. He will have to move out the way as he crashes through the chicane again. Big shame for him there as my game completely freezes. But through the chicane they go, and that's a bit of a shame for the debutant in this weekend. He's being lapped. Finn, the other debutant this weekend, I believe. He's made his way up nicely. Well, Pin isn't a debutant, but he's making a big shame of himself here. Has made it further than the other races, though. So we see Afsik now closing in on Lando. So has Lando made a big mistake there, a big error in this race? I wonder if that is the case. If it is the case, what can he make back? Because for what it seems, he might not be able to make anything back. But that gap seems to have stagnated, which is one positive here for him. As Afsik goes deep in the gravel as well. Slightly less grippy. You will get grip, but it's slightly less grip than I would have hoped for. Well, slightly more grip than I would have hoped for, actually. But it's not as grippy as the black tarmac they've got here and the grey tarmac in some sections that haven't been used very much, like the other hairpin here that we've got that we are utilising for this championship, just to set it apart from the rest. Who knows, we could see an even shorter circuit used or a different circuit used next season, so we'll see. As they come across, the official starting line is a bit further down, so that's where they will be officially counted from, so that's where the checkered flag may be waved, or the race winner will be crowned the race winner. That is where that will be happening. As Pin darts into the pit lane here, I suspect this could be to retire, as has been the rest of his season so far, in which it is. So it is a third DNF from Pin in the Abath team. Pin, if you'd like to jump out. Thank you. So Pin goes 3 for 3 on retiring. Made it further than last time, though. Made it to, for him, lap 8. For all of us, lap 9. And there has been a disconnection. That's Rezi. Rezi has disconnected. I've just spotted that. Virtual safety car. So everyone gear 1. Everyone gear 1 while I move the car. So Rezi is out of the race. I was more focused on the retiring Pin to notice Rezi retiring there from a P5 position. So huge shame for him as I pull it fully behind the barrier. They'll go green shortly. They won't know when they go green, but they'll go green at some point shortly. I know they won't. That's the fun of the game. And the fun of letting people decide when they want to go. The question is, has Afsik been able to get the jump on Guer here? Lando here. I think it's been the opposite. I think Lando's been able to get the jump on Guer. So, not sure as to how this will pan out later in the race as we enter lap 10. Next lap, we're 21 to go at this moment in time. So... Solo has just posted the incident from the last time one of my leagues raced here, and it is quite funny. Bit of a shame, though, but Pin says the lag is impossible. I think that is his side. But we will see. Of course, this being streamed to you at home. But yeah, as we can see from this far out drone aspect shot, as I did there for a second so I could update someone on something, Guer is closing on Carl, and Afsik is starting to stagnate the gap between him and Lando. So, yeah, 20 to go. Actually, 19 to go now, I should say. The midpoint would be somewhere in the middle of like lap 16 as Carl bumps the barrier. So does Guer. I think they all appear to be doing that. There is no CC down on the inside of that curb, but they all still take it slightly too fast. So we'll see what eventually comes from that, if anything does come from that. But what we do see is Guer on the runt end of Carl. So Carl's gone from dominating the early lead in the championship to possibly not finishing on the podium in this race. If that is the case, it would be another championship win for him if he does go on to lead the lead and win the championship, of dominating the early season and then slowly dwindling out in the later half of the season. Because we have seen that in another related league that used to be related to this but no longer isn't due to differing issues. But yeah. Of course, we've got the podium there, the lovely podium of Misano with their custom backdrop. Race 3 of the championship, third ever race of the championship, race 3 of the season, so that all works out. Afsik is now directly on the rear wing here of Lando. Again, sorry for the absence of an audible car sound, but that is one of the bugs that we've had to sort of iron out just for the weekend. Next season, we will definitely have some sounds and hopefully a better race weekend next weekend. As Lando goes deep, Afsik has the much better line out the corner. Lando had to brake heavily and he's sacrificed it slightly, so we'll see through the chicane. If one of them makes a mistake, it can be dividend for their fight so far. Lando was always in the fight for stuff, but we have seen him, blatantly cut corners before and not give the position back, and he's deep and in the wall. It looked like he was in the wall from this angle. Finn, you might want to keep out the way shortly, because you have the race leaders behind you. As he crashes in the wall and spins through the final corner, does Finn, keeping out the way. Lando also goes very deep to stay ahead. That will be a warning for excessive use of off-track areas, because he stayed ahead as he loses it immediately. So you get 3 verbal warnings, then you're out, they say. You get the penalty on the 4th warning, and then a time penalty. Yeah, time penalty on the 4th warning. But Afsik has taken the lead, and looks like Carl is fighting with Finn there. Finn shouldn't really be fighting him, but we will see. as they continue down. Afsic under pressure from Lando. Here it looks like Lando is much better in the high speed sections. So oh, and Lando crashes. Lando spins from the wall. Momentary lapse of judgment for me there means Lando falls off again. He has this problem all the time. He's very good in the straights. He knows how to get the acceleration, but he's awfully slow in the corners, which is his, I think, the key Achilles heel. So yeah, drama to look out really as we start lagging. But Afsic now has a miles lead. So we'll see if anything interesting does come from this. But I'm not sure it will. Through the chicane goes Afsic. We can visualize the gap. There's Lando and then there's Carl. So Carl and Lando are closer to each other than Lando is to Afsic, I feel. But there's not really a straight long enough where we can validate this fact. So slightly unfortunate there. But as you can see, Lando really struggling in these sort of S's sections. You know, it flicks one way then another. That is what he's really struggling with. I'd say the gap is about the same, but Lando gets a big hit on the wall. So that gap will have cut down a bit. The BMW letting people past the way he should do. But at this moment, every driver should be scoring a point if they finish, which I think would mark the first time that's happened this season. So race 3 is where it's all at. And because of that, we get to enjoy some fun at the end of the season with a lot of drivers scoring points. What I will get is the people who are making their debut today to just message me in general, ping me after the race to tell me that they have made their debut, which is one thing that I will need to equate onto the standings, which you can see in the Discord that I will put in the comments, if it will allow me.
Yeah, what is happening today now?
Bartek's now here, man of the moment, man of the last weekend, I should say, or last
Yeah,
Wednesday.
here I am.
After
checking here.
mega drive from him.
It is I. Well,
The
not a
B-man.
champion yet, but I'll probably be
maybe
a man.
champion someday. I do hope he does become one. But as you can see, Lando really gaining on Carl. Bartek, do you have an ETA of when you could possibly be joining us? Or
I will be joining. I'm literally just going home now.
well, there you go then. Bartek should be here before the end of the race, which is something we do like.
Yep, it will be indeed.
Cash in blue flags. Cash in blue flags. Let him through. And you've also got Carl and Denvy Pitts. Gear 1 in the pit lane, of course. There he is. Jumps out. Jumps back in. That was a neat and tidy. No, it's not. It's a slow stop. That's a very slow stop from former race winner in other series and really decent Audi driver, currently driving for McLaren. He gets passed by the Shoulders reserve driver there. Denvy finally exits the pit lane, but it's to no avail. He's already dropped a place. Not a place that he was hoping to drop in the way he did, which is a shame for him. As we can see, Carl being let pass. Carl passing the BMW who's let him past, which is what we do like to see. Cough, cough, BMW, slow down, let him through. Stop fighting him. He's not your fight. Cough, cough. We see Barrel fighting with Finn, but the major problem here is a lot of the back markers now being passed by the leaders. So at this moment, it's all going to be to play for in the middle of the pack, I feel. As everyone goes everywhere, my game completely freezes and gets back going again. Makes me panic a bit when that happens, but you know, we can't.
I hope it doesn't freeze you when we're doing the race.
I hope we don't have another big pile up like the last series, which was streamed on Shulver's race, Shulver's streaming, which I don't actually have the login for, which is a shame. Which is why we're streaming here and not on there. So. Yeah, there's Barrel still fighting with Finn. Those two are the only people on track together, so all he needs to do is say start in chat and I'll get the hint. I think Finn has let barrel through there, so yeah. Lap 18, so we are over half race distance now. Well and truly. There may be some anticipated rain around lap 25, so not long to go. That's a really loose term. It could be from that 20 to the very end of the race. There could be no rain, but we'll see how it eventually evolves. And if that does happen, there'll be an instantaneous VSC to warn you about it if there is a crash. So it could be everyone has to go around at a slightly slower speed with the rain starting to come down. We're here on the coast of Italy, of course. I should say San Marino, but it is technically the San Marino Grand Prix, but they're located in Italy on the coast. 30 miles from San Marino, unlike Imola, where it's not 30 miles. Avsik through the final corner. He's past Andre, so he'll have to give the position to Lando, who goes very deep. Of course, you're allowed to do that here because we don't abuse exits or entries. We only abuse the inside of the corner, as it should be with racing. None of this, the white line's the limit. The white line's the limit on the inside, as it should be. On some corners, that is, not all corners, of course. But 11 to go, I believe it is. Yeah, 11 laps of racing to go before we could see a new winner in WEFC, as Avsik makes a bit of a mistake. There's a lot of lapped cars getting into play now. So Lando makes a big mistake through the chicane. That could pay dividend, but he doesn't. He just keeps it going for now. Oh, no, he does. He does. As I say it, he makes the big mistake. Carl is going to get through at him as Andre makes another mistake there to hopefully let Carl through. But that was a big mistake there from Lando. I think he clipped it on the exit. We just saw him spin. I'm going to have to watch that back in my own time and see what actually happened there. But that has lost Lando a P2 position. It could hopefully give him a podium here today. Of course, he did stand on the podium on the top step last weekend, but thanks to a late race penalty for cutting a corner and not giving the place back, he was given a penalty for it that dropped him down to P5. So hopefully this weekend we will give him the redemption of a possible podium here today out in the sunny skies, actually cloud drawing skies of San Marino. On the lovely Italian coastline. Not the Riviera. I don't think it's the Riviera. It might be. I'm not too sure, but I'm just yapping to fill in everything that we can do. So through the chicane they go. If we do race here next season, it will be tighter due to well, it shouldn't be a flat-out chicane, should it? That's not really... It's a challenge, but it's not exactly as technical as the race designers would have hoped for. So, you know, we'll see what happens. As that was definitely a CC there from Carl. The most is 16 for two drivers. In fact, Denby has 18 there. So, of course, it is 5 less than race distance. So, in this case, it would be 24 before the first penalty being made public for the first time in a while. Avsik currently is the fastest lap. So, I doubt Carl can go for the perfect sweep. But what he definitely can do is a brilliant win. Of course, it is Avsik's first weekend as well. He was Shulver's reserve. It's just he tried to move team mid-weekend, which wasn't allowed, which is a big no-no. Which is why he's now driving for that team there. The team name I have temporarily forgotten, unfortunately. But I'm sure he'll tell me after the race. But that team now have 2 competent drivers now racing for them. As the rain is here. The start of the rain is here. It's only 20% rain, but that should be a slight difference in grip for the drivers. We'll see. They'll need to be careful for the remaining 8-ish, 7-ish laps. And pray it doesn't get any worse. Because if it does, I know I'm controlling the weather. I don't know why I'm trying to bullshit it like this, but drivers would be surprised with this, given the fact they were told it'd be a few laps later. They were warned it could come from lap 20, so... You know, if it gets heavier, we'll see. Okay, and none of that works properly. Only the rain thing works. Brilliant. So, on the now soggy circuit of San Marino, Afsik is still leading from Carl with Lando in P3. Luckily, I don't think the driver should be struggling that much as the track isn't that wet yet from the fact they're driving on it and the rain isn't that persistent at the moment. It looks quite heavy, but I assure you it is not. Not yet, at least. It might get heavier towards the very end. But we could see Afsik here. The Polish driver could claim Poland's first win in the championship. It's been all Estonians so far in the championship, but we could see Afsik winning the race for his team, which I'm sure he'll update me about later. Because I've completely forgotten all the team names in this race, unfortunately, apart from my own and Audi and one or two others like eSparks and Hyken, who aren't racing, and Lamborghini, who aren't racing today. But yeah, if the rain does get heavier, which it appears to be. Oh, Denvi goes spinning. They all go spinning. Safety car goes out.
Not good for Denvi.
Really not good for any of them as they've all spun.
Oh, God.
As the rain suddenly got very harder, I'm hoping the safety car works. Which it does, and it will give the stream some sound. So, you can't change tyres, you can refresh them, but you can't change them. So, everyone needs to go as slow as they can without overtaking each other. Yeah. So, no overtaking. It should be the order on the side, which is the order that you should be going in. The order on the side is what we'll be going off of. So... But yeah, order on the side is the order you should be going from, everyone. Try and be as slow as you can and safe as you can. I know it is struggling in this condition, but I think Denvi has stopped there, but yeah, no overtaking, of course, please, everyone. No overtaking, of course. I think the problem was the sudden change in the rain triggered this problem. Afsik is in the pit lane. He'll be told to pass the group. Finn will pass. If you are lapped, you will also be allowed to pass as Afsik starts the next lap. So Afsik, you will be told to follow the safety car. So the safety car will go nice and slow. Denvi, you'll pass the safety car. Carl is in, or I think he's in, but... Yeah, Denvi, pass the safety car, please. Is this too fast, Afsik? Or is that fine? So Carl exits the pit lane. He will be second. It is the order on the side. Trouble is, this rain has caught a lot of people out. Denvi, just go. So it will be safety car for a bit. Everyone needs to slow down a lot more than they want to for the corners. But it should be the order that is on the side. So... everyone will eventually get themselves unlapped. Safety car queue will stay to the left side of the circuit to let people unlap themselves. Also because it's a relatively slower line. But the race came down heavy. I think Lando spun there, as you saw on the camera. We can't catch everything, unfortunately, because of lack of members. But you can see Guer going very, very off the track there. He'll have to try and get back on track and keep it rather slow. And I think there's another spin there from Knox, a.k.a. Eric, who'll be allowed to pass the safety car. Eric, pass the safety car. Just don't go flat out, please, because braking will catch you out and cause crashes. I think Bartek is fully back now.
I am back.
Welcome. Bartek's joined with all the drama. As it has started raining quite heavily here in San Marino. The safety car is out. It's a very heavy summer shower, spring shower even. But we're going to wait for everyone to get back together here. Andre, pass the safety car queue. It'll be easier if we unlap like this. Yeah, keep to the left, everyone. Keep to the left. So everyone will overtake on the right. If you're a lapped car, Andre, pass safety car. Andre, go. as he pits, so he will need to pass. Bartek, could I give you fly in a second?
Yeah, sure. Oh, someone's pitting.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, everyone.
What is this guy doing?
That's how you meant to pit. Bartek, stop his car if it does roll away. Yeah,
Yep.
Andre, just go straight across the track. You should have fly. Fly around, tell me what happens. Yeah, BMW pass, please, but stay in your position. Yeah, right,
Yep,
go.
I'm doing
BMW pass, BMW pass, BMW pass.
BMW
Cash in,
pass.
go. Cash in, go. Cash in, pass the safety car queue. Same with you, Andre. Pass the safety car queue. Cash in, go. Finn, go. Lando, not you. You shouldn't be leading, Lando. Get back. Get back, P3. So once everyone is back with the queue, which I hope should be shortly. I think we've also got a dry line now formed. So that should make it easier for the remaining pack. Once everyone's with the queue, we'll be able to end this safety car for hopefully 2 to 3 laps of racing. Yeah, you can come off the limiters now. It should be grippy enough. I've been pinged.
Oh,
Thank you,
how
Salo.
is Assetto doing? He's P1.
Yeah, F6 provisionally P1 on this restart. It could change everything. So, Finn. By the way, Finn, you should be at the back. By the way, mate, just gonna say that you should be last, Finn, because you were lapped twice, so you should be at the back. So when you catch up to the safety car queue, I'd like you to go to the back.
If I announcement.
Once you've caught up to the safety car queue, Finn. Once you've caught up only.
Oh, the safety car at the moment.
Yeah, it's me, Bartek.
How is you?
Yeah, I'm trying my best to keep everyone slow so we can catch up enough.
Yeah, it's calm.
So yeah, when you're back at the safety car queue, Finn, give the place back, please. You're meant to be last. Denvi and Guerre are also quite close to corner cut penalties. As I said, it's 5 less than race distance. So each of them can CC 4 more times. And on the 4th they'll get a penalty. So they've got a CC for every lap they complete, basically. Finn, yeah, you should go to last, if that is... Thank you.
Yep, everyone has.
Right, right. You can come off limiter now. You can all go any gear just to follow the safety car. Just make sure you stay in the order that you're in. Please.
As far as I can see, Cashin has 20 corner cuts.
Yeah, it's Cashin,
Tom.
Guerre, and Denvi. Those 3 have the most.
Yep.
Afsik, you're holding it out the hairpin. Not this one, the next one, okay? So stay with me, Afsik. Stay with me. Bartek, are you ready for the final 3 laps of this event? Also, try not to swear, please. We are trying to keep it family friendly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Just...
You know how I am. I know usually I do swear, but
yeah, you swear quite a bit.
not right here.
Yeah, not here, Afsik. Not here, Afsik. Next one.
Next one, that's.
I see my problem there. There were 2 back to back. I am sorry for that. That was my fault. No, that was my fault. But safety car camera should be no more after this set of corners.
So we see a safety car is about to end.
So yeah, after this hairpin, Guer, after the hairpin, you can hold it. Afsik, sorry, not Guer.
I will see. Will Asfik win this?
Or will it be Carl, or will it be Lando, or will it
Or
be
will it be
Guer?
Carl?
It could be anyone in the top 5, I feel. Maybe even the top 6.
Hmm.
It could be anyone's
fine.
race if it goes wrong. So, yeah. Hold it out the exit here, please. Afsik, hold it here.
Asfik, hold it right there.
We shouldn't need the safety car again today.
We've got 3 more laps to go.
Yeah, 3 as they cross the line, so we shouldn't need that again today, so that can sit there. Afsik, there is no safety car line, but it would be after the final corner. In fact, let me just okay.
We'll see Asfik, Carl.
Okay,
maybe...
yeah, basically from now to the end is when you can go. And he has gone. Green flag.
And it's a green flag.
And of course, you can overtake before the start-finish line in this series. I'm not strict on penalties for that, which is where you see the BMW jump up to P5 on the start there. He could be in for a podium if it goes well. Not really much coming on the front. Carl and Lando. Lando, for some reason, getting really fast out of that corner there. So hopefully with this pressure, he can be able to maintain the lead of this race. Further back, there's jostling for all sorts of positions, but Lando, for now, has just accelerated out of the corner by a mile. So
we see a battle between Asfik and
Carl, that is. That would be Carl.
yeah.
Not the Polish one, but
A different one.
through the chicane they go. That isn't really a chicane. It's more of a fast, flat-out kink that you can just kiss the barrier on. They all get through it safely. Through the hairpin they go. They've all caught up to each other now.
Asfik, you got this, man.
We will see what can happen.
Into the last and final turn.
Now, the thing I don't get is Lando's acceleration out of the corners, because I've checked this myself. Every car now should have the exact same standing scripts for steering, and they've got the same A-Tunes chassis. I copied them all from Lando's car specifically, so I don't know why he just has better acceleration. As I say that, Carl gets the jump on him, but on the straight, Lando just shoots ahead of him.
Come on, Asfik.
Quite bizarre there, but we'll see what can happen. Afsik goes deep. 2 to go now.
Trying to get into pole position, I'm guessing.
Oh, Lando goes deep. He's going to get the better acceleration.
Very, very deep.
Maybe.
Up to Carl.
I don't know what we'll see here. All I know is we got the chicane once again. We'll keep it a high and above camera to see whatever happens. They all straight it. Hopefully no one else has any incidents through there. Guer makes it through cleanly. He's on for a solid P4 for the team. It won't be a podium like Rezi was able to do last weekend in both races, but I think it was both races anyway. But we'll see. Will Lando be able to hold on the final lap, or will there be an investigation for how fast he's going? Because to me, this is a bit suspicious.
Asfik is gaining into Carl.
Yes, he is. He touches the wall. But Carl gets much better acceleration out of the corner. But I don't know why Lando is that much faster ahead. If this is an exploit, I will be looking into it.
I think it might be an exploit.
Because it does bloody look it. And it's not exactly the best for everyone else. It's not sportsmanlike to use exploits. Anyway, we've got the first sector complete. Carl is gaining on him. Afsik deep. Yeah, that's not going to help him. Through the chicane. Is there going to be a mistake from Lando here? We will see. No. He keeps it clean. That is the trickiest corner on the track. And I think the trickiest corner of the entire season. So... through the hairpin for the final times. I don't think so. It will be a podium for him, but Lando for now will cross the line in first as Carl goes really deep. He's going to get first place. Carl in second, Afsik in third. Guer is going to cross the start finish line for P4. Barrel P5, Finn P6, which I think will be his best finish. P7 is the BMW, P8 is the Sholvers, P9 is Andre, and last place is Denvy there. Not quite sure what unfortunately happened to him to fall that far back. Afsik, could you please go to the podium? But with that,